how to dig for information on LLCs, corporations, and other entities. This may be something that you need to do either in your personal life or your business. So if you're really interested in figuring out what's going on behind the scenes with an LLC or corporation that you've heard of or maybe had an interaction with, I want to give you some of the basics today. It starts with a search with the Secretary of State. It's usually called in most states, or some type of division of corporate records, which is going to have an index of all the LLCs and corporations that are filed in that state. So you want to figure out both where the business that you're interested in looking at is located, but you also want to look at where they might also be doing business. Because in general, when you cross a state line and start doing business in another state, you're going to trigger a filing there. Now, different states have different filing systems and different filing requirements. So this means that you may get a lot more information in one state versus another. For instance, some states require disclosures regarding the officers, directors, control parties of an entity, whereas other states, like Delaware, you can just file a name and a mailing address where you would file if you wanted to sue them. Much more private information. But your first jumping off point on getting information on a corporation or entity is the Secretary of State. You may find a lot of information there. That entity may also be registered to do business somewhere else. They may have local business licenses. That is something to check. Those are usually indexed at a county level if they're doing a fictitious name filing, so you may want to look for that. It may be a private entity, a sole proprietorship they call it, or a general partnership where they haven't triggered a filing with the state agency. But if they're doing things right, they may have filed their trade name with the county, so you can look at that as well. From there, are they registered with any particular regulatory agencies? Are there additional filings there? Are they engaged in a profession where there might be more information available in that place? You can then also start moving into commercial services, which can search courthouse records, public filings, litigation records, etc. So those are more places to start looking. Of course, internet searches are always very powerful these days, so you may find some good information there. But I would start with your division of corporations. I would start seeing what addresses show up. You can look at those addresses, who else is associated with those addresses. Sometimes you'll find that there are entities that are using the same address, and that may lead you to additional information, because usually if people have the same address, particularly the same suite number within an office building, then the same people may be involved in multiple businesses. That may be a great tip for you too. So there's a lot of pieces to this. Would love your comments. Some of you probably have done this before, may have some tips and tricks for the viewers, so go ahead and drop them below. Of course, I always caution everybody when we do these videos about legal topics that comments are not confidential, so don't put anything in there you don't want other people seeing. Like if you're looking for a specific person for a specific reason, don't put their name in the comments. Keep the comments general. Do ask questions that you may want covered, but remember, other people are going to see those comments, so don't put anything confidential in there. For confidential things, reach out to an attorney of your choosing. I hope you subscribe to the channel so we can see each other for more videos again soon.